Hey you guys, it's Jessica. My username is Jessicakes. Today is September 17th, 2018. And I just needed to come on here just to get some stuff out. I will come on and do my weekly update and my monthly update. But today I just want to talk to you about something that I have experienced in the past week regarding social media and putting myself out there with my weight loss and such. So, a few videos ago when I talked to you guys about my pregnancy and everything, I was really upset because there were just a ton of people on this support group who just were absolutely horrific to me. And it really hurt. And I think that was a little bit different because they were talking about me being a mother and they were talking about my baby. So that obviously just was crossing the line. Now, this thing that recently happened to me, I can see some people saying, oh, it's not that bad. But in reality, it really is bad because I think it's something that happens quite often that people kind of brush off as being like, oh, that guy doesn't know what he's talking about. But in reality, we should be getting a little more mad about these types of things. So I am in a very small fitness group on Facebook. I've been in there for 7 years. I used to admin for it. And at one point I was really into it when I was very into fitness. And then I kind of got out of it. Just because, to be honest, sometimes a lot of the fitness stuff on social media kind of triggers me because I believe that fitness is super important, but then I feel like it becomes very competitive. It becomes a lot about aesthetic. It becomes a lot about aesthetic that isn't necessarily an aesthetic that I prefer. So it kind of I couldn't relate that much. So I've been in and out of the group. And then I was thinking about it. I'm like, okay, this is a diet, fitness, and weight loss group. This isn't just for fitnessy, super muscular weightlifters. This is for everyone. And I noticed that not everyone was posting. And that most of the posts were about the gains and how much weight people were lifting and how their body fat went from 12% to 11% or whatever. And I was like, okay, well, what about these other people? So I posted a before and during picture of me. If you are my friend on Instagram, I posted that picture on Instagram as well. So it was my very heaviest weight, and then just recently a picture of me. So I personally think I look pretty dang good. And I am curvy, and I think I have a nice body shape. I obviously want to lose more weight, but I am proud of myself, and I'm proud of the way I look, and I think I'm sexy as fuck. So whatever, I don't have a problem posting those things. Part of me has a problem posting my picture at my heaviest weight, but then I'm like, I looked fine then too. There was nothing wrong with me then. I wasn't disgusting. I wasn't awful. I was just a woman who was struggling with my weight. I don't want to ever put shame on my old self. There's nothing shameful about being fat. So anyway, that's just me. So anyway, I post this picture and all I said was, oh, I wish I could just keep my boobs and ass and lose everywhere else. LOL. Okay, so nowhere in that was I complaining about my body. Nowhere in that was I asking for someone's opinion on my body. Nowhere there was I asking a question. All I did was post a picture, write a little comment, and, you know, hopefully if someone had a question, or if it inspired someone or helped someone in some kind of way, then that's all I was doing. So most people, you know, wrote some nice comments. Oh, you're looking good, blah, blah, blah. Some people wrote the keep going, which always like really just irritates me, because I'm like, bitch, how do you know I want to keep going? I look perfectly fine the way I am, so don't tell me to keep going if you don't know that I want to keep going. And then this dude, the nerve on this dude, it was so baffling to me. He wrote something along the lines of, you need to hire a nutritionist and a personal trainer so you can target your belly fat. And in your case, you're going to need more than just diet and exercise. So you should look into getting plastic surgery so that everything looks even once you lose the weight. And I was like, that's an interesting comment. I was looking at it and I was like, who is this dude? I've never talked to him before in my life. And why the fuck does he have an opinion on my body and what I should do with it? And since when is it okay to tell anyone, especially for a man, to tell a woman that she needs to get plastic surgery on her body? Not that I'm even against plastic surgery, but like, this is not any of your business. Thank you. And I was just getting so upset. And then I'm like, well, what the fuck? And then I'm like, well, maybe he doesn't know that what he's saying is completely out of line and inappropriate. So I told him. And then it just spirals into this whole thing about how I'm a feminist, and of course I'm going to be offended by what he has to say because he's a man. And I'm like, well, one, I am proud to be a feminist, and whether I identify as a feminist or not, what you're saying could be hurtful to someone, and it's completely out of line. So fuck you for like trying to turn it around on me. And then he starts calling me crazy and that I need to relax. And then I have all these other women on there who are, it doesn't even matter what their body shape is, but they're like super fit. And they're like, who are you to tell her what her body needs to be like? Like, are you fucking crazy? And so then we have like a female mutiny in the group. And he is just sitting there like, relax, ladies. Like, of course you and your posse are gonna get all butthurt about it. And I'm like, there's something wrong with you. You're a sociopath. He proceeds to tell me that I'm never gonna get a man because I think too highly of myself and I shouldn't. And by the way, I've got a man and he is 100% better than that guy will ever be in his entire lifetime. And then he tells me that obese people can never be proud of themselves until they are at a normal weight. And even then, they shouldn't really be proud of themselves because they're the ones that did the damage to themselves in the first place. So, you guys are lucky I've had a few days to calm down about this because I was fucking livid. Then, I'm like, okay. Whether you believe in feminist theory or not, this is like the prime example of misogynistic behavior. This is a man who thinks that he is the be-all, end-all of what a woman's body should look like and what she should do with it. And he also is trying to explain to me how bodies work, how my body works as a woman. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck you. You're a douchebag. I am so sick of people like him. And I know it's the internet. I know there's people out there who are going to say mean things and be awful and whatever. But like, I feel like it's up to me to decide what I'm going to put up with and what I'm not. Doesn't mean that me standing up for myself is going to change the way he thinks, but it is going to let other people know this is unacceptable to me. And if you ever say this to one of my friends or anyone else that I know, or anyone else in general, you are going to never be a part of my life, ever. And you know what? I spent so many years relearning how to love myself and appreciate myself. And it's like, do you really think that your little comment is going to like pull me down? Because that's what he wants. He wants women to be like put in their place, to not feel good about themselves, to look a certain way. And I'm like, if that's what you want, you're not fucking getting it. And I'm not here to like tell anyone how to feel or like victim blame anyone in any way, shape, or form. But I just want everyone to know, like, every single time you say something negative about yourself, or every time you're in front of your daughter saying, I'm fat, I'm ugly, I need to lose weight, or every time you put up with this shit from people, you're like, you're feeding them. You're feeding these horrible, awful trolls. And like, I just want everyone to realize, and it takes a lot of work because it doesn't just happen overnight, because society has like ingrained things into our heads of what we're supposed to feel like and what we're supposed to be like. But like, I just want everyone to realize it, like, it does not matter if you are 500 pounds, and it does not matter if you don't have boobs, and it doesn't matter if you think you're too old. It doesn't matter if you're not smart enough. None of those things matter. Like, you deserve respect, and you deserve the best. And like, at no point in your life, even if you make a mistake, or even if you let yourself go or whatever, at no point does that make you less than someone else. And if anyone tries to tell you that, like, they're wrong. And I just feel like everyone's on this whole hype of everyone gets an opinion. And it's like, no, you don't get an opinion in my life. If you want to come at me sideways and talk shit about me and try to bring me down, you don't get an opinion. You don't get to talk. I just feel like anyone that's trying to devalue you should not get anyone's time of day. And they should know better. So yeah. That was that. And then I was like, I was getting all heated. All these women were standing up for me. Men were standing up for me too. And I just, like, what baffles me though is that the admins of the group, like, let this guy body shame, fat shame, like, call me names. Like, they let him do all of this stuff because it's his opinion. And I'm like, no, this is a private group. You can choose who is doing what. Like, there are rules. And if you want to create rules, like, how about respect be number one? So anyway, that's that. Just wanted to tell you guys. If you're on my Instagram, you probably already read my spiel. My Instagram is JessiCakes88. But yeah, That's all I have to say about that. Don't let anyone talk to you like that. Don't believe it if they do. Get angry if you want to. Like, don't let these assholes, like, bring you down. So, anyway, hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. Bye.